Hey, Laura here with my dog Bobs. I'm the owner of Yoga Love Collective, and I just want to talk to you today about our course that we're launching from next month, February 2021. It's a 7-week intensive course on chakra yoga and how we can really begin to unpick this model and integrate it into our yoga practice, but also how we can use our yoga practice to complement this system. I just want to talk to you a little bit about my own enthusiasm and my own passion and my own interest in this particular system. I have always been the type of person that asks the question why. Always, I think through everything, even when I learned how to drive, I was like, why? Why do I need to do this? But why? Always that type of person. When I first started yoga, everything just began to make sense. Everything just began to settle, but I was still left with so many questions. And even to this day, the more that I learn, the more that I study, the more that I train, the more questions I seem to have. And it's really healthy that we have questions. It's really healthy that we keep asking. We keep asking why. We keep learning, we keep unraveling, and we keep exploring. The very first time that I came across the idea of a chakra, or what that meant, was when I used to practice in Manchester. And I remember this particular class. I remember exactly where I was in the studio. My teacher at the time, Sue Diamond, she was leading this hot yoga class, and it was a meditation at the beginning of the class, and she was guiding us through the chakras. And I remember her talking quite vividly about the different colours, and it literally blew my mind. My mind was literally just blown apart by this idea that we have these energy centres, and they represent different parts of our body. They represent different parts of our physicality, our emotional body, our energetic body. It literally just blew my mind. And the more training that I have done, the more I used to come across this model and the more it was talked about. And then amongst that, I still felt like I didn't know enough. It wasn't really enough for me to understand why. So I started my own inquiry. I used to, and I still do, read an awful lot of books and sort of delve into this system on a personal level. And once I had a good understanding of it, I started to teach it in my own classes. But not only that, in my own practice, both on my mat and also off my mat, I was really able to use the information that I'd learned through understanding the chakras, the energy centers we have in our body, to have a better understanding about my desires, my wishes, and what was stopping me from achieving my goals. I'm a very goal-orientated person. I'm a very, very ambitious individual. When I put my mind to something, I can be quite stubborn and I keep going. I'm quite tenacious in that way. But I was also very aware that particular thoughts, particular belief patterns that I have and still have to this day stopped me from achieving things and still sometimes inhibit me from achieving certain things. And when I first came across this notion, this idea that my thoughts and in turn my emotions and the way that I respond to situations is actually a choice. I actually have a choice over how I respond. That was really quite a monumental shift for me. And through understanding my body, through understanding my inner landscape through the chakra model, I have been able to, in the moments in between, identify where the barriers are and what is inhibiting me. Bobs, it's okay, Bobs. And what is stopping me from achieving and fulfilling a really happy and full life. So I understood and understand that my patterns and behaviors are something that I can change, right? Just because we have a story, just because we have a script that we have been carrying with us, does not mean to say that we can't change it. We can't rewrite it. We can't rewrite our script, because we can actually change the outcome by flipping our perspective, by understanding. So it's all very well having an awareness, we need to have an understanding as well. Yeah, and the understanding comes from energy, the understanding comes from inquiry. And so we can get caught up, can't we, in this imagination that we have of ourselves, and this can really begin to stop us in our tracks. This can stop us from achieving and becoming everything that we're capable of becoming. So I'm incredibly enthusiastic about this particular approach, because when we are able to find moments of awareness and listen to, especially the body is such an incredible instrument that we've been gifted, and it's through the body that we are able to pick up those really sensitive moments, feedback that the body is giving us in any given moment that is telling us which course that we might take. Yeah. So if you experience feelings of uncertainty or prolonged feelings of anxiety, or perhaps just an overwhelming sense of a lack of confidence, you don't believe that you can do something because you don't have the confidence to do it, or maybe your self-esteem is quite low, and this has really impacted on your life, this has really impacted on your choices and the decisions that you make, I really urge you to look into this practice, because it is absolutely amazing what we can do when we marry these two systems together. So in the course, as it will run, it will span for a 7-week period, and each week we'll gather for a 90-minute workshop. And it's in this workshop that we'll begin to really dissect and unravel each of the 7 main energy chakras that we have in the body. We'll understand their components, which areas of the body they represent, and how they begin to express themselves when they are either in balance or out of balance, either being lacking, either by being under or slightly over. Yeah. And we'll begin to look at different ways that they can express themselves through the body, through our behavior, through our patterning, and with our practices, with our meditation, with some movement, some yin and some yang, we will begin to find ways and learn these essential tools that we'll be able to take with us. Yeah. So from this course, my aim is to really empower you with knowledge, yeah, with an understanding, and also with the tools that you can take away from this course and you'll be able to have with you for the rest of your life, that you'll be able to tap into, you'll begin to recognize how to become the best version of yourself. And what's really beautiful about this is when you fully embody yourself, when you fully embody your physicality, your energetic and spirituality, your own spirit, your own soul, you will begin to shine the light for others as well. You'll begin to give your information, give your knowledge, give your support, give your compassion, give your empathy, and give your love to others. What a beautiful gift to yourself, and also what a beautiful gift to those around you. So I really invite you to get in touch if you have any questions whatsoever about the course, anything that I've just talked about. Please leave your questions in the comments below. Please feel free to get in touch with me directly. Just send us a private message and I will get back to you as soon as I can, or you can also send an email. It's completely confidential, it's completely private. But if you have anything at all, any questions, there's anything that's perhaps making you hesitant, allow me to shed some light if I can. I really hope that you can join me. It's going to be an amazing transformational journey, and I'm sure it will be a beautiful opportunity for us to come together. Thank you so much. See you.